Once upon a time, in a little house with a big green yard, lived a young boy named Daniel. He was a curious fellow, always looking for adventures in the smallest of places. One sunny afternoon, while digging for buried treasure near an old oak tree, his shovel hit something small and hard. Brushing away the soil, he found it wasn't a rock or a coin, but a tiny, shimmering seed. It wasn't like any seed he had ever seen before. It pulsed with a soft, silver light, as if it held a piece of the night sky within it. The glow was gentle and cool to the touch, and Daniel felt a sense of wonder wash over him. He knew instantly that this was no ordinary seed. That evening, filled with excitement and a head full of questions, Daniel decided he couldn't just leave the magical seed in his pocket. He found a small terracotta pot, filled it with soft, dark earth, and carefully placed the glowing seed just beneath the surface. He set the pot on his windowsill, where the real moon could watch over it. As he drifted off to sleep, his dreams were filled with silver light and twisting shapes, wondering what magic the morning would bring. The little seed, nestled in its earthy bed, continued to hum with a quiet, otherworldly energy, a secret waiting to be revealed. When the first rays of morning sun streamed through his window, Daniel blinked his eyes open and gasped. The small pot was no longer small. From it had sprung a giant, twisting vine, its trunk as thick as his arm. The leaves were not green but a deep, sparkling blue, shimmering like tiny galaxies. It had grown so tall that it disappeared right through his open window, reaching high into the sky, far beyond the fluffy white clouds. It was a ladder to the heavens, a pathway to the unknown. And Daniel's heart thumped with the promise of an incredible adventure waiting just for him. Without a moment's hesitation, Daniel knew what he had to do. He couldn't resist the call of the magnificent vine. Taking a deep breath, he gripped the sturdy stalk and began to climb. Up and up he went, the sparkling leaves tickling his hands and face. He climbed past his rooftop, past the tallest trees, and soon found himself ascending through the clouds. They were soft and fluffy, like climbing through giant puffs of cotton candy. The world below grew smaller and smaller, until his little town looked like a tiny map. The air grew thinner and cooler, and everything was bathed in a beautiful, silvery light. Finally, after a long and exhilarating climb, he pulled himself over the top and found himself in a place of pure enchantment. He was standing in a garden, but this garden was on the moon. The ground was made of soft, silvery moon dust that tickled his nose and made him want to sneeze. Instead of flowers, brilliant stars grew on slender stems, twinkling with every gentle breeze. It was there he met a gentle moon rabbit, with fur as white as fresh snow, and eyes like dark, polished stones. The rabbit didn't speak with words, but with kind gestures, showing Daniel how to cup his hands and catch falling stardust as it drifted down like sparkling rain into an empty jar. All too soon, Daniel saw a warm, golden glow begin to appear on the horizon of the earth below. The sun was beginning to rise, and he knew his magical journey had to end. He waved a cheerful goodbye to the kind moon rabbit, who twitched its nose in farewell. Holding his precious jar of stardust tightly, he found a smooth part of the vine and slid all the way down. It was a thrilling, winding ride through the clouds and back into the morning sky. He landed with a soft thump, right in the middle of his bedroom floor, safe and sound. As he looked at the jar of twinkling stardust on his nightstand, he knew he would never forget his amazing adventure to the garden on the moon.